Hi, I'm Heather from here booktubes, and today is my ebook haul, and it also has physical books in it, which is unusual, but I have explanations for everything. So this is all the books that I've acquired since the beginning of February. That was when my last book haul was, and since then I had my birthday. I got a lot of gifts from people in the community, including gift cards and ebooks and physical book. So I used the gift cards to buy books. So I feel like it's a bit higher than it would have been otherwise, but I'm gonna get through the physical ones first, and then I will dive into the ebooks. So first of all, I have Fire in His Fingertips. Izzy from Happy For Now gifted me the first volume for my birthday. I then used a gift card to buy the second book and pre-order the third book. This is a very steamy, explicit manga featuring a firefighter and a friend's lover's romance with some consent issues. I gave the first book 5 stars, the second one 5 stars, and the third 3 stars. So very, very steamy and only available in physical. Then Bree from 11 Words had a live show on her channel that was a interview with Evie Mitchell, and I won a copy of Not My Type, which is the first in the All Access series. I gave this 3 stars. You have a main character who is a wheelchair user, and you have a hero who is a shibari artist and she has a podcast, and because of the podcast she interviews him, and I didn't like the conflicts and I didn't like the steam, but it was all right. Then the Hello Lovely box that I ordered before Christmas came, I believe, after the last ebook, and that was The Culmination of Everything, a Sugar Valley Novel #1 by Christina C. Jones. I did order the box specifically because they were featuring Christina C. Jones and I wanted to support that. I gave this 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. You have quite a few content warnings, and we have a surgeon who lost her husband and daughter, and a-hole who has his own trauma from being a firefighter. She hasn't felt anything since the death of her loved ones, and he makes her so angry that she actually feels something. He rescues her when she comes to his small town. He thinks she's incompetent, she thinks he's a jerk, and it's great. Then Nicole from Who Picked This Book and Whitney, I can literally never remember her channel name because she doesn't really post, but she had a live show interviewing R.M. Virtues and Katie Robert. They both write contemporary queer Greek gods retellings, and I won a giveaway of R.M. Virtue's books. So I have Drag Me Up, which is the first in the Gods of Hunger series. I read this last year and gave it 3 stars. It's Hades and Persephone. And I also won the second book, which is Keep Me Close. I have not read this yet. This is Aphrodite and I can never say this god's name. Nope. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, but I am looking forward to reading this at some point. This is the group book for the Queer Romance Readathon happening this month, being hosted by Beautifully Bookish Bethany and several more of our mutual friends, and yeah, I was excited to win these. Then I pre-ordered Zachary, Ying and the Dragon Emperor by Xiran Zhao, and this is a middle grade book about a 12-year-old Chinese American boy who his father was executed in China, and his mother has been raising him in America. It deals a lot with the racism. He is gay, and he's also a descendant of the first emperor of China and is supposed to be a vessel for him, but mistakes are made, and instead the emperor possesses his gaming headset. It's a very interesting world. It's definitely Percy Jackson, Yu-Gi-Oh, all of those things. And I also really like that they are a Chinese minority and they are Muslim, and I am currently at chapter 9. I'm reading this out loud to my kids. It will probably take us another 2 months to finish this book, but they are really enjoying it and I'm also enjoying it. So that's all my physical copies, way more than is normal for me. Obviously, I had 3 that I won, 1 that was a gift, and the rest are just on me. Then for the ebook section of this haul, which is quite a few. The first one is No Longer Afraid by Christina C. Jones. This is the first in her Black Motorcycle Club series. It's also a duet. I have not bought or read the second book yet. They are heavier and more on like the romantic suspense, darker side of her work. If you've read Anti Up, it's in that world and follows that vein. I don't remember what I rated this. I think 4 stars. You have the female vice president of the motorcycle club and the new initiate who is a assassin. Then I have Mission Guardian Angel, which is Vessler Mates #2 by Laurann Dohner. When I read the first book of this in a vlog in February, I really enjoyed it, and I did buy the second book and have not paid any attention to it since. This is alien romance. Then I have Iron Widow by Xiran Zhao, and this is a YA fantasy. It was great. You follow villain main characters. It's polyamorous. It's non-binary. It's burn down the patriarchy. Definitely some content warnings for abuse in this, but if you want villains and a main character who you don't have to wait for them to get on board, they're already ready to burn everything and do it whatever it takes, it's great. Then I have Crime Lords Captive by Mia Knight. This was free, that's why I have it. My sister said I would enjoy it. Have I picked it up? No, I have not. Then Jean from Romantic Deception on Instagram gifted me 3 different ebooks for my birthday. The first is Lessons in Sin by Pam Godwin. I believe that this is a priest's romance, and I've heard many things about it. Very heavy on the steam. She also gifted me Dangerous Temptations and Beautiful Nightmare, which is a duet, a mafia duet, I believe, by Gianna Darling. I have never read a Gianna Darling book. I hear very mixed things. I feel like I would either love or be very meh on her writing, and I have not picked her up, but when I do, it will be this. Then I have Taking the Leap, which is River Rain #3 by Kristen Ashley. Kristen Ashley's birthday is in April, and in April she runs a bunch of sales, and this was on sale and I bought it. I did just at the end of May read the second book, and I hope to read this one soon, like very soon. It is fake dating with a disabled hero who lost his legs due to firefighting. A lot of fire. I do not have a kink for firefighters. I do not have a thing at all. Like, I don't care, but a lot of them in this haul. That is a coincidence. Anyways, and this girl, his coworker, has a huge crush on him, and she's very awkward, and he thinks that she's awkward because of his wheelchair, and it's not. It's because she can't speak around him. So he kind of really dislikes that, obviously. But that's not what her issue is at all. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna cry in this one because I think he's probably pretty mean to her before he becomes very protective. I have The Dragon's Bride by Katie Roberts. I pre-ordered this. It is now available on Kindle Unlimited, and I still haven't read it. This is a demon dragon with 2 peens, and you do have a content warning for domestic abuse. She left the human world, made the deal with the demon in order to escape her husband, and she's given in marriage to this dragon. And I think he is a softie for her. I also think that there's either consensual non-consent or primal play in this one. And I'm sure I'm gonna love it whenever I do actually pick it up. Then I have Into the Woods anthology. I bought this specifically because Lillian Lark has a werewolf entry in this with primal play and consensual non-consent, and that is a thing that I love, and I already know I like her writing, and that's why I did it. I literally never read anthologies. I always buy them because there's one entry that I'm really interested in and I never read it. So maybe I'll read this one, but honestly, I doubt myself. Then I have Wicked is the Reaper by Nisha J. Tooley. This is a fantasy romance novella. I gave this 3 stars. You have the Reaper in the woods. The princess has a hunt where the hunter that brings back the biggest stag gets her hand in marriage. It's law. There's no avoiding it. She is, of course, going to marry her longtime friend, who is the best hunter. They've always known that they would marry each other, until the Reaper comes out of the woods with the biggest stag and captures the princess, and they can't do anything about it. And the Reaper plans on using her as bait. This is enemies to lovers, pretty quick, insta-love, change of heart. I did enjoy it though. Then I had that time I got drunk and needed a love potion at the werewolf, which is Mead Mishaps #2 by Kimberly Lemming. I did pre-order this. That is available on Kindle Unlimited. I gave this 4 stars and I really enjoy this easy, funny, diverse, steamy fantasy world with demons finding their fated mates and the constant mishaps that befall them. I love her writing. I do. It's such a great palate cleanser, and if you want fantasy that is safe, this one's really, really good. And then lastly, I have The Spinster and the Thief by Lizette Marshall. I had the Queen and the Assassin on my fantasy TBR, and my sister picked it up and read it and loved it, but she said that it's, you know, later on in the world, and so you see the other couples, and so you might want to read them in order. And the first one is The Spinster and the Thief, which I think is the only one that's not available on Kindle Unlimited. I read this, I gave it 3 stars. You have a court that's basically a marriage court, and this girl has been there for 4 years. Nobody wants her. She thinks that she's stupid, all this. And a thief who is actually an exiled nobleman who she tries to save. And I enjoyed it. I will continue with the next series, which is The Princess and the Spy Master. We met the princess in this book. And I'm hoping that I will like that actually more than this one. And that's it. That's all the books I've accumulated since the beginning of February. Let me know any of these that you have read or want to read. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.